been waiting. I've been waiting to get to this, dog, for real. Tell you something, man. Because old Jennie, not Jennie from the blog, but old Jennie, man. Her and that TV show, she was saying a lot of stuff that I was like, before her and Jeezy even got together, I was like, hmm, yeah, nah, I don't know if this is a good look, my friend. She don't really seem like that. I don't think that's gonna be a good move. If this is her actual mindset, she's not playing a character. Even if she was playing a character, it was still alarming. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and let her cook. I'm gonna try not to interrupt.
Divorce is just it's experiencing death alive.
Everybody I talk to that has been through it says that same thing.
Yes.
Like, and I have not even married, so I haven't been through the first part. But I think for someone who hasn't been, it's hard to even understand the depths of it.
I'm so glad that instead of yesing me to death or like agreeing, like that you would admit that, because there's no way. There's no way to understand it. There's no way to understand that feeling of space shared with somebody and all of a sudden it closing in to where you even wonder if you can trust yourself and your thoughts, because one day you had a plan and you had these thoughts and then suddenly it becomes something else. There's also the not knowing every day, because divorce does this inhumane thing that forces you to then protect yourself to get what you need from the divorce.
That's so well said. I haven't heard anybody say that.
It's the worst. It's the worst because
it's like survival mode.
Yes. Yeah. You literally have to take your grief and put on your hard hat and go right into, I'm going to fight for everything I've got. I'm going to fight for everything I deserve. And it's like the worst transition. But divorce is.
Anytime I hear somebody say, for what I deserve, anytime I hear the word deserve, boy, that thing just rubs me the wrong way. I have so many questions because I still feel like it was some stuff that came out, but the divorce was still like private. Like I didn't hear any signs of like infidelity. I may be wrong, but I didn't see any clear cut evidence of that. Like one of those people actually came out, or it came out in the court documents. What was the reasoning behind this separation? I got so many questions. You know what I mean? But I will say this. I think that one of the reasons why she's probably because when a divorce happens, most of the time, a woman gets a huge chunk or whatever, and so it's that sense of relief. Like, I felt like I still one-upped him. I got my lick back before I got the last lick. And when they don't get that, oh boy, they lose sleep. They lose sleep at night over that mofo, or they feel like they've made the worst decision of their lives. That's why you got to be careful, man. Like, to me, my beliefs, marriage is forever. There is no such thing as divorce. So if I'm going to be giving myself to someone, I'm committing, like I'm committed to this thing till death do we part. I'm going to make sure that I do my due diligence. Now, I understand, people have casual sex here and there. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I understand that. But marriage, I willingly got down on one knee and asked for your hand in marriage. I'm asking for you to be with me forever. Before we even get to that point, I need to be damn sure from the courting that we are somewhat aligned when it comes to mindsets, growing, leadership, help me. Like, we need to have all of these doggone conversations beforehand. I need to make sure that your character, your morals, and your values match up. If they don't, there is no reason in us even continuing this conversation because we're just wasting each other's time. Respectfully, I don't give a damn about what you look like, what you have, all of these good things that you could possibly do in a bedroom. None of that stuff matters. Like, if I'm going to be committed, if I'm giving myself to someone, they're giving themselves to me or what? Listen, bro, I cannot under any circumstances make a bad decision and choose the wrong type of woman that I want to spend the rest of my life with. especially when they are out here literally giving the game. Like, this is who I am. We have seen this time every episode. You can go back and watch all of them in 4K and see what type of young lady you're dealing with. But shout out to this young lady, man. At least she's being open about it. And so hopefully younger women will see this and be like, yo, I don't want to make that same, wrong decision or whatever. She said it's like experiencing death while you are alive. 1 minute, you cool, you kicking it with a person, and they were so blessed to have a child together. What a beautiful thing, man. You were blessed enough to be married, to have a child with somebody that you love, you respect. That person loves and respects you. And for whatever reason, one of y'all mofos thought that it was okay, instead of getting therapy, instead of going and working out your doggone issues and communicating like husband and wife, like two grown adults, y'all choose to separate. I don't think that in most cases, most divorces, when I hear the reason why they done broke up, I'm like, yo, both of y'all are ignorant. Two idiots, grown mofos, thought that this was my bad. Because most of the time it's one-sided. It's one person that's deciding to get a divorce. What sense does that make? You got to have somebody in your corner that's going, her mom or his dad, that's going, if it's his dad, punch him in the stomach, or if it's a mom, slap him in the face. Stop. What are you doing? No. You have made a commitment. Y'all have a child together. Y'all done brought a child into this world. It is your mother-loving duty to stay committed long after that feeling disappears or goes away. Well, I don't give a damn about how you feeling. That honestly doesn't matter right now. You have a duty to your husband. You have a duty to your child. You have a duty to this family to see this thing through. Ain't no mother-loving excuses. Y'all not seeing eye to eye. Well, damn it, go on the other side of the dang on house right now until you can get yourself together. Work through those emotions. It's like children. Children are literally thinking that getting married is all about the dang on the wedding day. Not thinking about the after effect. This is till death do you part. This is not some boyfriend, girlfriend stuff like we just getting together. Do you like me? Yes or no? No, man, this ain't that. But a lot of people are treating it like that. And so when I see stuff like this, as much as I want to, feel sorry or whatever, you knew what you were getting yourself into. You knew what you were signing up for. And I believe, quote me if I'm wrong, but did you not file for divorce? I don't know. Maybe I need to do some more research, but did you not file for divorce? That's how you felt. You made a decision. Obviously, it was the wrong one. You know what I mean? Because your boy out here thriving. It's like Jeezy ain't looked back since that situation. Out here good. Thriving. But y'all let me know. What do you guys think down in the comments about this situation, man? Please, drop it down in the comments. Let's talk about it. This is crazy.
Blueberry, Burberry, button-up. Tan skin, mixed race, buttercup. Canada weather, gotta bundle up. I'm tryna work, she hit my phone, she wanna. Whoa, too bad was they roll.